What, baby? Yeah. All right. Well, after some ungodly amount of technical difficulty, we have managed to fix the problem, and by that I mean I'm using Carly's headset now. I don't really know what's going on with my headset or what's happening, but it's been very weird. So, all right. Um, okay. Well, now that all that garbage is behind us, we're playing Jeskai Flash tonight in Historic, or not in Historic, in Pioneer. It's a similar deck to the one we played in Historic a little bit ago. It just uses Raff Capashen here to play. Uses Raff Capashen to flash in other spells, such as History of Benalia, Aurelia, Shalai, Halira. Um, it can flash into Fairy if you need to. I don't know why you'd ever want to flash in a Planeswalker, but it has a lot of interesting value here. Deck's a lot of fun and historic. I'm interested to try it in Pioneer. We also get some interesting cards in Pioneer that we don't have in historic, so I like to try it and see kind of what happens here. Lightning Strike and Stasis Snares removal in the main, and then it's really just a Angels package, and you kind of have Knight of Grace History Benalia Knight synergy here to help turn it around. And our sideboard is just kind of things that I think are good. Spell Pierce Negate seem like great when we're wanting to like use a lot of our mana most turns to tap out to play things, and Anger of the Gods and Magma Spray. Well, Magma Spray is a great spot removal spell. Settle the Wreckage and Anger of the Gods are great one-sided removal spells for our deck. Gideon Blackblade is just a really good card. I figure giving our stuff lifelink seems really good. Wear Terror seems really good in the format right now, and a Baneslayer Angel just seems awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into a league here and start playing with Jeskai Flash Pioneer. Join a league match. Oh, last night we played Rakdos Arcanist in Pioneer, and we played Is It Prowess in Modern. We had a 4-1 with our Rakdos Arcanist list that should have been a 5-0. I misplayed pretty hard, but and then we went 2-3 in Modern. Wasn't a great showing, but still deck was a lot of fun. Yep, we'd love to be on the play. Our opponent has a companion, Luris. Yeah, this hand seems good. We'll keep this. Our opponent also keeps 7. We're going to lead on Triome here and say go. Seems like Arcanist, Rakdos Pyromancer, Arcanist deck, so. Oh, our opponent's already taken a hot minute here. Probably doesn't bode well for the speed of play that our opponent will play at, but we're going to run out our Knight of Grace here. Hexproof from black will be really good if this is Rakdos Arcanist. Arcanist, yep, sure. Our opponent must be lagging pretty hard here. That or they're not paying attention. We'll go ahead and Lightning Strike this, play our Sacred Foundry tapped, and get in for 2. And the next turn we have a plethora of options here. Feels like this is curving out pretty well for us so far. It was like Young Pyromancer, followed by Thoughtseize. Interested to see what our opponent takes here. Takes our Stasis Snare. Makes sense. We'll play our planes. Okay, our opponent blocks, which is fine. We have Raff Capashen here to flash in. We're going to flash this in, let them have our Knight of Grace. They go to 12 here off of this. I think this feels like a Dreadbore. Return Arcanist, sure. We're drawing a lot of lands here, which is not great. Drawing a Lyra would have been pretty sweet right there. We're going to attack and see how they block. Okay. Put one token in front, say go. Yep. We discard our land. Our opponent's hand was very good. He hasn't played a land yet, but he gets to attack with Arcanist. Hits us for 4. Okay. Hits us for 3. Village Rides one of his tokens away to draw some cards. Feels like our opponent's in the driver's seat here. We get a lot of removal spells against this deck, so... Alright, we're going to pack this one in. Was not looking good for a while there. Baneslayer Angel, Anger of the Gods, Settle the Wreckage, Magma Spray. Syncopate seem bad. Teferi does not seem great. And we'll cut a Raff. Cut pretty much all of our blue cards, bring in all of our red cards. Seems like a good play. Yep. We'll be on the go first here. Yeah. This hand has no lands. We're going to mulligan. This hand's good. We'll keep this and we'll put Aurelia back. We don't have any early game action, but our cards are just really good. Stasis Snare's good removal. Settle the Wreckage is a sweeper. And Lyra's Lyra, so... Drawing Knight of Grace is a good draw there. Play that and say go. What you doing, Taryn? Having hexproof from black is really good. It's like one red mana that feels like a magma spray. Sure, Thought sees us. What you doing, Taryn? Takes our stasis snare, okay. Play our clifftop retreat and say go. Our opponent does not have a third land. Play Glacial Fortress to go. Yep. We'll let them Thought seize whatever they'd like to here. Takes our Lyra, makes sense. We'll take one, go to 19 here. No need to get aggressive with our sweeper. Play our land, say go. Another Arcanist. Okay. Yep. Our opponent is jacked for one here. We go to 18. Baneslayer Angel feels pretty good here. It's basically just an extra Lyra that doesn't give the pump effect, so hopefully there's no Dreadbore here. Dreadbore, Bloodchief's Thirst, stuff like that. Another Arcanist, sweet. We're going to cycle this here. We'll go ahead and run out our Knot of Grace here. They're just going to get the Magma Spray. Okay, yeah, another Magma Spray in hand. Okay. Need to draw some cards. Obviously, he's looking at this Baneslayer Angel going, okay, we can't beat this. We got to draw something here. Hopefully there's not a Dreadbore in our future. Then putting Luris into their hand feels pretty good. Gonna Village Rites? Actually gonna Village Rites? Okay. So Lightning Strike's not bad here. Hopefully there's no Bloodchief's Thirst or Dreadbore here. Play Luris, okay. Play Arcanist. We can just attack with the Baneslayer Angel here, and then we can Lightning Strike them. From here, there's nothing they can do, so... normally I would have just Lightning Strike the Lurrus there, but having a Lightning Strike in our hand just, like, really, like... just lets us win the game this turn instead of giving them some extra draw steps here, so... Alright, we managed to win that game. I'm going to be honest, I'm not really sure how, but we did. We have lots of removal, some good sweepers. Just our deck's just set up really well against like creature matchups in general, so I kind of like where we're at here. Wear Tear does not seem good. I guess you could argue Spell Pierce. I don't really like it though. Syncopate seems not great. Yeah, I think we're just going to leave it the way it is. Hope we don't get like Thought Seized and Duress to death. But we might. This hand feels pretty good. We're going to keep this. We have a removal spell, we have History Benalia, and we have a Raff Capashen. I really like where our hand's at. They're leading on Thoughtseize or Stitcher Supplier. We'll really know what's in their hand based on what they take right here. Okay. That tells us a lot about their hand, so... player land taps, they go. Means they probably have an Arcanist here. Stitcher Supplier. Stitcher Supplier, okay. Croaks was pretty good. That's going to be a tough one to beat. We're just going to play this tapped and say go. Hold up the Magma Spray here. Magmatic Chandler. That's interesting. That's not something I was playing in my list. Should probably have some amount of graveyard hate in our deck, but oh well. Run out Resplendent Angels. I go. I feel like it would be crazy to imagine that our opponent doesn't have Croaks at this turn. Yep. Necromentia. That's an interesting card. Is Lyra Dawnbringer. Okay. That's an interesting one. I mean, not saying it doesn't make sense. Just interesting. I guess they figure they have to. There's a higher chance they have to beat Lyra than they have to beat Baneslayer Angels. So, what is Croxa? Elder Giant. I was like, man, wouldn't it be nice if it was like a demon or something like that, so that we could play around. We'll take one here. There's no use in biting. They either have a Magma Spray, or they have a Fatal Push, or they're just wanting more cards in their graveyard. So there's no reason for us to bite here. Shocks. They go. Clearly, we're showing Raff Capashen here, but that's okay. Our opponent is going to play... Deals 2 damage, target player discards a card, and this deals 2 damage to any target. Sure, we'll discard our Steam Vents here. I really feel like... Okay, Magma Spray. I'm really confused as to why they haven't put Croaks into play to this point. That was like one of the first things I wanted to do every game last night, so... Attack for 3 here. We can flash in our History Benalia here if we need to. Now they're going to play their Croxa. Okay. Just, they could have been attacking with that every turn. And then had Necromentia. And then had... Yeah, I just don't understand that train of thought there, so... Discard a land, take 1. Flash in our History Benalia at the end of the turn. I forgot how much I enjoyed doing this. Because flashing in History Benalia is just real dumb. We're attacking for 3 here for free, basically. We're going to play our Glacial Fortress because there's no point in us not doing it. Drawing... I feel like drawing Lyra or Baneslayer, like Aurelia. Like there was a lot of good outs there. Shalai would have been really good. Resplendent Angel would have been great. Like there was a lot of really good draws there to have. So put Luris into your hand, sure. Drawing Settle the Wreckage there is really good. We're gonna shove with everybody here. He's gonna block one of our knights with Croxa, block the other one with Stitcher Supplier, okay. Settle the Wreckage is great here because if he attacks with his Croxa... Oh, that sucks. He has Luris and Unknown in hand. Plays Luris. Plays Magmatic Channeler, sure. I give our opponent a basic here. We go to 11. We're going to go ahead and Lightning Strike their Lyra. It'd be nice if they were like at... if they were at 3 right there, so we could just Lightning Strike them for the game again, but... I imagine they won't even attack with their Channeler here. They're probably going to use their Channeler to... Ooh, what are you going to name this time? I'm curious. Aurelia. Exemplar of Justice. Okay. That's interesting. You haven't even seen an Aurelia. I mean, we're playing 4, but it's still interesting. He hasn't seen one yet. I'm intrigued by this decision. I'd really like to know what fueled that decision. Stasis Stare's not bad. So our opponent is not really using his cards effectively here, and I'm very confused. Like, I have a lot of questions. Now he's going to activate this card, okay? Magma Spray and Dreadhorde Arcanist, okay? Dreadhorde Arcanist is a good call there. I would have taken the Dreadhorde Arcanist too. We're going to flash in Stasis Snare here at the end of the turn. Take the Dreadhorde Arcanist. Okay, Village Rites is fine. Our opponent obviously either has a sorcery speed removal spell or none at all in their hand, so this is interesting. It's gonna be a close one. Because our Resplendent Angel's lethal if he doesn't have anything for it. Oh, sad face. I really don't like that card. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like it. Just it looks so dumb. It's not. It doesn't even look like a magic card. Like I don't even understand. Lightning Strike? He said jokingly, but would be nice. That's the cool thing about these lands. They cycle this late in the game. Play this guy. It's lethal next turn, too. Hopefully you don't have a removal spell here. I mean, technically both of our creatures are lethal at any point in time. They both represent 2 damage here. What are you throwing your phone at the ground floor? You okay? Uh-oh. Oh, he's activating his card. Can't play either of those, can you, buddy? This turn. Unless that card was like a Blood Chief's Thirst or something, the game's over. Okay. Blood Chief's Thirst, did you draw it? Oh, damn. I mean, technically this is lethal too. We have 2 threats on the field that both attack for lethal. So here's another turn where our opponent is forced to draw something. Because he can't. I mean, Fatal Push does do it. He does get the token. So no, stop, opponent. Stop playing cards. Ooh, Claim to Fame's pretty good. Raff would be a good draw. Addison's probably our best draw in the deck. Shalai's not bad. Won't lie. Pretty happy about that one. Shalai's pretty good. There's no reason to attack. Interesting. I would have exiled card with my magmatic channeler there. See, and I mean, sure you would hit cards you can't play, but like, oh, he can't even play. Oh, he can play. Oh no, he can't play that because he plays it on the Shalai and he dies. And if you play, he can't play it on the night because Shalai gives it hexproof. Man, what a draw step. Am I good or am I good? We have these mints. I was gonna have peach rings, but I'm saving for that for when I'm feeling like spicy. I love peach rings. Yeah, except for when I'm feeling spicy. The doy. Oh, I think our opponent's just killing themselves here. Okay. Alright, well that was a long game. That was a good one though. At this rate, between the delay of the stream and games taking a minute, we'll probably only get one league in tonight, so. It's kind of what we're conceding to though when we start playing, when we play decks like this, when we play decks that take longer to win. Lol. Lol. Throw it in reverse, Terry. I see that. Yay, match 2. We're 1-0 with Jeskai Flash. Hi, and good luck, opponent. This man's an immediate mulligan. Mulligan. This hand's pretty good. We'll keep this and put the redundant stasis snare on the bottom. Castle Gurmbrig. Play that tapped. We'll play Sulphur Falls next turn to hold up Syncopate. Syncopate. Elvish Mystic. With a one-lander on the draw, you said. It's almost like we have a Syncopate for whatever you do. Yes. I love it when a plan comes together. And by when a plan comes together, I mean we drew good cards. Oh, yeah. Num 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 num. Num 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 num. No, they drew a land. Sad face. Well, I was gonna main phase play the stasis snare here, but there's probably still a reason to. But I'm gonna hold it here. Probably gonna play Nissa here and make me cry. Okay. Play Burning Tree Emissary. Then you're gonna play Vorinclex. Smells like a Vorinclex. Feels like a Vorinclex. It is Vorinclex. Yeah. We like to see that, don't we? That's right. We did it, chat. Our opponent played into our hand. We did it. And we're going to shock that in, say go. Raff Capashen here. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. If he loads up all the counters on something, I was like, we can just kill it. Oh, yeah. I told you, and I love it when a plan comes together. Block. Take 3. What does it say? We're going to kill this thing. I don't want them to have something dumb to do next turn. They get to add counters to stuff. We can lightning strike stuff in response, or we can just flash in Shalai and have good blocks. It's kind of like whatever we're feeling here. Sure. That's what you want to do, buddy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I told you. We love it when a plan comes together. Block that. If I was our opponent, I would be very upset right now. Another Vivian, huh? Hmm. We don't care. You're gonna make that thing a 5/5. Okay, I guess you can do that too. It's actually not a bad play. So this feels pretty good. We get to kill their Vivian, we get to lightning strike their Burning Tree Emissary, and then we get to flash in History Benalia at the end of the turn. It feels like what I've been saying. Our plan's really coming together here. Do 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 do. Huh? I'm playing Jeskai Flash. It's like a fun deck that I like to play. I play it on Arena a lot. I never like really played it in Pioneer. First time I ever played it in Pioneer. I guess Clifftop Retreat's not bad. We would have liked a Teferi there or something to start like drawing cards, but we'll settle for this. Plus our opponent doesn't know what they're playing around. They draw a Nykthos. Oh, 6 mana. Is this a Vorinclex? Are you going to attack with everything? I hope so. Yep. We're going to take 6, go to 6. You have no cards in hand. Well, the good news is that we can cycle this bad boy. We're going to say go here. They don't know that we don't have a counter spell or something, so I mean, they have to imagine if we did, we would have countered their Vorinclex last turn, but we could have cycled into anything for all they know. That's pretty annoying. You got a minus and fight our Raff Capashen. I'm sorry, what? Oh, wow. So we put 8 counters on Vivian when it came into play. That's really dumb. So even if we double block, we take 6. That's disappointing. Aurelia would have been so good. Alright, cards that we want. We want Settle the Wreckage. We want Anger of the Gods. We want Magma Spray. Feels like we want Spell Pierce. Maybe we don't want Spell Pierce, I'm not sure. We definitely want this. I think we don't want Spell Pierce, it seems a little greedy. Knot of Grace seems okay in some number. We'll cut to Fairies. They don't seem great. Resplendent Angel seems okay. I think we can just cut all the Knot of Graces, honestly. Cut a Raff, try it like this. Again, this hand has no lands. We're going to mulligan. This hand is immediately better. We will keep this and ship the History of Benalia. Keeping the 5 drops with only 3 lands in our hand is a little greedy, but we play 24, and we have a lot of curve to go here. So we would have liked to have had a Magma Spray or an Anger of the Gods, or just honestly any kind of sideboard or early interaction here. But our opponent did not have a turn 1 play, and we drew a Lightning Strike, so that's really good. Our opponent kept on 7 with no turn 1 play. I do find that interesting. Burning Tree Emissary. Yep, make some manas. And our opponent says go. Interesting. We're going to Lightning Strike this, just keep the board clear. Okay, we really would have liked to have drawn a land there. Now we need to go back-to-back lands here. Let me rephrase back-to-back untapped lands here, please. Jade Light Ranger, okay. Hits Jade Light Ranger, and then bends it. No, bends it. And, okay, puts both of those into their graveyard. Interesting. Land, please. Alright, Magma Spray is not what we wanted. I mean, if we don't draw lands, like, we kept 3 lands. Like, I don't... We'll attack for 3 here. We'll just start serving it up. Our opponent has no idea what we could have in our hand. We'll hold a Magma Spray here. Hopefully Magma Spray can snag something here. Ceratops, okay. Interesting. We continue to draw 5 drops and no lands, which is immensely infuriating. We have all of the winning cards in our hand. We literally just need to draw lands. We're going to hop in front of the Ceratops here and Magma Spray it. Because if we do, gets trample, yep, that's fine. Because if we draw a land for Aurelia, we can actually just block Jade Light Ranger here for free. So we don't get to kill Jade Light Ranger, but we do get to block it. So as much as I would like to take the Jade Light Ranger here, probably gonna leave that one on top. No. Alright, well, our opponent got insanely lucky and hit twice off of those Jade Light Rangers, both of them, so it's pretty much land or bust here. And the sad part is it's pretty much land or bust here, too, so. Hopefully there's no removal spell here. I mean, there might be. Vivian Reed. Okay. Nobody in the whole wide world plays that card except for Joseph, but okay. And we did not draw a land. Okay, well, it's unfortunate to lose a game that way. That's a game we should pretty much never lose. We had all of the cards rolled up. I'm not saying we would have won the match, but that's a game we should never lose. We had all the cards rolled up. So, oh well. All right, 1-1 with the old Jeskai Flash deck here. We're on the play for game 3. Hi and good luck, opponent. This hand's good. We're gonna keep this. I like this hand. Lead on Steam Bin's tapped here. Our opponent keeps 7. Drowned Catacombs, okay. Hopefully Knot of Grace is good here. I imagine it will be with our opponent leading on Drowned Catacomb. Hexproof from black is generally very good, so. Plays Fetid Pools and says go. This feels like blue-black control. We're just going to run out our Resplendent Angel and say go here. Opt, okay. Puts one card on top of their library. I never made red, because I'm bad. Play Aurelia. Probably eats a counterspell here. We get to get him for 5, though. Censor. No, I cannot pay 1. Thank you for checking, though. Literally the single most annoying thing on Moto ever. We have backup Aurelia here. I mean, we just have backup creatures in general here. The Lightning Strike is just going to be reach in this matchup. We might randomly use Lightning Strike to kill a shark or something. Sure. Play another Resplendent Angel. Censor won't help you. You have to have an Acid Scatter, which he does. We're going to run out Aurelia here. They have a counterspell they can't shark, so, and if they're going to shark, they have to let Aurelia resolve, and then Aurelia resolving pumps up the night, so. Okay. I'm intrigued by whatever our opponent's doing here. They're scrying too at the end of the turn. Wow, their hand must be garbage. Like, good garbage. Scries at the bottom. Hopefully it's like Torrential Gearhulk or something here so that I can Stasis Snare it. Actually wouldn't be a bad turn of events for us. There aren't many times that I have wished our opponent drew a Torrential Gearhulk, but there have been moments. It is Torrential Gearhulk. They're gonna Heartless Act our Aurelia. Yeah, I did that during their turn. That was pretty smart. We could have had a counterspell there. Stasis Snare this. Play our land. Man, it's good we had that red source in our hand. We have not drawn another one. So, if they don't have a way to block our knight or kill it, we do have lethal in our hand. So there is that. Shadow's Verdict, sure. We're just going to hold our Lightning Strike. I don't really see a point in playing it. There's nothing we're going to draw that has haste, so... Knight of Grace number 2 feels like pretty good backup plan here. Our opponent had to spend a 5-mana removal spell just to deal with the last one, so... It's so funny. I'm so used to Knight of, like, or Shadow's Verdict, like, sweeping my entire, like, life away. What are we doing here, opponent? Ooh. Dig through time. Okay. Alright. I can get down on this. Mm. 3 cards in hand. 4 mana here. What I'd really like to see happen is our opponent thought sees us here with no counterspell. Not likely, but that would be the ideal play. How far did you make it? OGXville? Hmm. Do 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 do. Second from the top, okay. Wall. Jar Knight of Grace that you apparently can't beat. So we're just gonna keep playing it. Oh. And this hexproof for black stuff is pretty good. I really like this card. This card didn't have many great things it could do in standard. If I like it was a good card. Like it was a 2/2 first strike, like that was what it did. And it occasionally puts one on top, one on bottom. That's interesting. And occasionally like it was a 3/2. Like I just like it didn't do a lot, but it was like the curve filler during that standard. And so now like this card's a house. Ooh, yeah. We're going to play our other Knight of Grace and hope they try to counter it. If they go for the counter, we're going to Lightning Strike their soul into oblivion. Carly's having none of the things that I'm doing and saying tonight. She won't even look at me. Huh? Demon. Ooh. Ooh, he lets it resolve. Tap out for something. Tap out for something. Mmm. Mmm. Num 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 num. No negate. No negate. One time. No negate. Damn it. I am but a sad chicken. You heard me. I have no idea. I just said it. Our opponent is quickly tapping their mana. Lightning Strike was what we were kind of hanging on to there, if I'm being honest. So Kind of hoping our opponent just didn't have it. I don't know what our opponent's doing here. Looks like they're, yeah, dig through time. That makes sense. Hopefully they play a black permanent that cannot block, and we get to kill them. Darren, psst, psst. Okay. It says go. Lightning strike. Teferi's not bad. Teferi's not bad at all. Is that when an opponent? As any player controls a black permanent. Okay. Alright, opponent. Did you draw a counter spell? Slam our Teferi here. Try to make you cry. Sad face. Well, they got to use their Sinister Sabotage there. Puts one card on top. Gosh. Opponent, just die. No, not Shadow's Verdict. Opponent, die. You're killing me, bro. What? It may not be very nice, but I want our opponent to just concede to me. Fatal Push? Eh. Alright, let's go. Something good. Syncopate? Deck, where was a counterspell when we needed it? Don't give us counterspells now. We've got our opponent at 2. Deck. Deck. Would have liked another lightning strike there. Honestly, would have liked any creature there. Baneslayer would have been good. Heartless Act is pretty good. It's looking more and more like a lightning strike territory the longer we play here. Yeah. I guess we could draw our 4th Night of Grace. That would be good. Sure, Narset number 2. Can only assume you're looking for like another commit to memory so that you can like Sinister Sabotage. Stop. I mean, okay. Like, we're gonna run out our stuff here. So, I'm interested that he countered that. Yep, this is the sad tale that is my life. We're basically forced to draw a lightning strike here with our opponent having nothing. With our opponent not having a counterspell. Not looking good for the good guys here. Stop, opponent. Drew, you draw. Huh? Well, fine then. Hmm. Hmm. I'm pretty sure it's just the 2 of us watching the stream too, but no, there's a 3rd person. There's somebody lurking. All right, I'm conceding this game. We had to draw a lightning strike. We had to draw both of our last lightning strikes. All right, I'm done looking at cards. It was gonna be a minute though. Turn before the game was over. I'm pretty sure the game had been over for quite a while there, if I'm being honest with you, but we were playing that one out. How does shit? He just guy reaches you on upkeep and you never draw again. Yeah, I know. That's why I was saying that we had to draw a lightning strike right there, specifically to be able to lightning strike him and win. But he was not running out of cards anytime soon. Whew. All right, cards that are good. Gideon seems better. Stasis Snare seems extra medium. Lightning Strike seems extra medium. Bring in Planeswalkers and counterspells? Sure. I had such high hopes for this league. We won our first game. We are 1-1 in our league with Jeskai Flash, and we are down a game to blue-black control. Realistically, I probably should have left some number of Stasis Snare in there, just to try and help play around like Scarab God or Torrential Gearhulk. But I think if we get ahead, I think our counter spells will be able to back us up here. We're on the play. This hand seems fine. We'll keep this. No red mana, no red spells though. Good with the bad. Our opponent also keeps 7. No, we're not going to shock. Hopefully there's no Thoughtseize here. Not a high chance of us needing it, but we can hold up Negate here if we need it for something, so. Plus, I really like that Art of Negate, so. Lord. It's like, come on, play Search for Azcanta one time. This screams Censor, so we're not going to play anything. We're just going to say go here. Or maybe our opponent's hand was trash. I'm pretty sure they had a Censor there, though. I would have almost, like, I would have bet the farm on that. So this is great. Now we can play Knight of Grace with Negate backup. Sure. Okay, our opponent's doing a lot of redrawing here. Okay. Our opponent has to know we have a counterspell here, right? Not drawing a land there really sucks because it means we have to tap out. And I'm not a fan of that. So we're actually just going to continue to say go here. Like, the longer we sit here, the worse this gets for us, but we really wanted to draw an untapped land there so that we could play Resplendent Angel and hold up Negate, but okay. I mean, double Negate isn't exactly what the doctor ordered here, but okay, another redraw. Sure, buddy. Puts what card on top of their library? Our opponent says go here. We're going to attack again. Probably have Gearhulk here if I had to guess. No? Okay, interesting. Play Resplendent Angel. Play Mystical Dispute. We'll negate back. He'll probably counter back with a Sabotage. Negate back with a negate. Okay. And we're attacking for 2 every turn, and we're slowly working the cards out of our opponent's hand here. So, I mean, okay. It's highly unfortunate. And that thing has prowess. We're going to take this chance to get our Lyra on the field and say go here. Oh, Lord. Dig through time? Like, yeah, this feels like a dig through time. Return 3 lands you control to their owner's hand, or return Pearl Lake Ancient to its owner's hand. So it even comes with like some kind of like built-in protection here. Seems kind of dumb, but okay. So our opponent's gonna attack for 7. We're gonna go to 13 here. Yep. This is becoming rough quick here, but we just weren't able to apply a lot of pressure here. We can take another hit here. I'm interested to see what our opponent's doing here. Play history, Bedalia. We're gonna play Hallowed Fountain tapped here. Oh god. Okay. I mean, let's try to fight back. Not much we can do here, but okay. We get to attack for 2. Put our opponent to 12 here. Play Hallowed Fountain tapped. And then next turn, if we draw an untapped land, we have Shalai and Gideon, which gives us a small glimmer of hope. This game is more than likely over, but it's not like this thing's unblockable. Snapback dig through time? That feels pretty good. That feels pretty good indeed. Torrential Gearhulk's really good. Really like that card. Really like to put together like a Jeskai control list with this card. Yep. Wow. That's big sad. Draw a card. That wouldn't have been bad. Okay, well, we're 1 and 2 with our deck here. League's not going great. Started off pretty well, and then we lost to a series of poor draws, and by poor draws I mean not drawing lands in game 2. And then round 3, we're just playing a tempo deck. against the control deck. It's a tough matchup, but as long as our stuff plays out pretty well, it's okay. So, added a crossbow as a secondary, but you got to get 3 one-shot kills in 15 different games. That's why Kyle said he was going to go into hardcore. He meant he was going to go into hardcore and get the crossbow. Thought you were about to go down right there. Jug is like one of the first things I buy when I play zombies by myself. Oh, touche. You could just do the glitch. Huh? I can show you really quick if you want. I buy Jug and armor. Deadeye. Deadshot? I was very confused. Alright, we're on the play here. This hand's good. We'll keep this. I think with 4 other lands in our hand, I think we'll leave the Triumph in our hand so that we can cycle later. Our opponent also keeps 7. Play Hallowed Fountains I go. Wonder if you can play blue-white aggro and Pioneer. Something I'd be interested in knowing. We draw Syncopate. We're going to play our Glacial Fortress since I go here, just so we can have the opportunity to Syncopate something. Our opponent has played back-to-back mountains and done nothing. I am intrigued by this. We're just going to keep saying go here. I don't know what our opponent's doing, but... Stomp us? Sure. Yeah, we go to 18. Okay. Because I'm okay with just stasis snaring the Bone Crusher Giant here if that's their play. Oh, they just said go. They stomp us again. We are going to syncopate this one. I was like, we're just taking away 2 spells here, but I was okay with playing the... I don't want them to have access to 2 other creatures they can play. We do have a removal spell in our hand, but... Is this just like mono red aggro and Pioneer? Okay, I guess that's what this is. Play Bone Crusher Giant, say go. We'll say go here. We'll use our Stasis Snare. In times of past, this has been a good matchup for us. The Angel package with like Lyra and everything kind of just leaves us with a really good feeling. Plus, we play a lot of like a lot is aggressive. We play early game interaction, and we play Lyra, which is just really good against mono red normally. So normally I'd be okay with just taking 4 here, but I'm not. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stasis snare here. Plus, I know mono red has 0 ways to deal with our stasis snare, so it's safe to play. Crystalline Giant. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose a kind of counter at random that Crystalline Giant doesn't have on it. From Flying, First Strike, Death Touch, Hexproof, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Trample, Vigilance, and +1/+1. Okay. That is interesting. We're going to put that second from the top, play our Seamvin's tap, and say go. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have like a Chain Whirler here or something like that. Our opponent probably has lots of ways to just kill our Teferi right here, if I'm being honest, but that's a chance we were willing to take. Shatter Skull Charger. Okay. That's an interesting one. Run out our Shalai here. I'm actually just going to play our Triumph. And then we have Lightning Strike for whatever they do, so... Shatter Skull Charger is literally just a 4/3 with like dash for 3 is pretty much all it is. Except it has like its alternate cost where you can cast it. It's really weird. Chandra. He's gonna minus here. We're gonna Lightning Strike that mother. History Benali is a pretty good follow-up here. Syncopate is also good. Play this and say go, and then we have Syncopate for 3 for whatever they do. We'd really like to draw a Lyra, another Shalai, and Aurelia. Raff Capashen would be okay. Sure, Metallic Mimic's fine. The creature type is Giant. Our opponent says go here. Yeah, Syncopate that for 1. That's a real good draw step. We really like that. We're going to attack here, see what our opponent does. They're not going to. Play our Lyra, say go. I don't know what our opponent could have here, but this kind of feels like we're in the driver's seat. I know they have that Crystalline Giant in their hand. Yeah, it is called Crystalline Giant, I think. So gets an extra counter. It's just like Mono Red Giant Tribal. Oh, that's a giant. Oh, so it's a counter, so it actually gets to stay. That's actually a pretty cool little synergy there. I mean, I'm not going to call it Splinter Twin or anything, but that's a cool synergy. I'm sorry, what does this do? And whenever it deals combat damage to this player, exile that many cards from the top of your library until end of turn you may play those cards. Okay, you have no mana to play those cards, but sure. We'll take 7 and go to 11 here. We're attacking for a bunch here. We have Resplendent Angel to follow up with, which is great because it makes 2 bodies to block with. Both of which have lifelink and flying. So I mean, we have 9 points of lifelinking blockers here. Like we're at 16. Like unless our opponent plays like Blasphemous Act here, I feel like this game's just over. Until the end of your next turn, so he can play those cards this turn. Interesting. I thought he could only play them last turn. Seems a little bit better. Yep, you get a land. Math checks out. Lightning Axe is going to be pretty good here. So Chandra, you get to minus on something. Actually, you're going to add mana. Okay. Lightning Axe to Lyra, that makes sense. Discard Quake Bringer. Okay, so this is literally just mono red giants. Okay, interesting. Huh. Our opponent's little combo there actually turned out pretty well for them. We're going to attack them. They go to 3. We get to put another lethal attacker on the field. Deals 2 damage to me because it's in his graveyard. This is an interesting little deck. I like what our opponent's doing here. I mean, seems like it loses pretty hard to anything that's not our pile of cards that we're playing, but also seems sweet. Please attack for 5. He's actually going to. I mean, if he has something here to kill us, like I don't know what it is. I don't know what I'm playing around. He stomped us 3 times and so like. Oh, the land here. Sure. Yeah, not gonna matter though. I mean, we were just gonna die there. So, interesting deck. Kind of a fan. Settle the Wreckage seems cool. Leaving it to Fairy. Knight of Grace does not seem good. Try it like this. Our opponent's draw was pretty good there. Yep, we'll play first. We have no white mana, and all of our spells are triple white. So yeah, we're gonna keep this, and we're gonna ship the Steam Vents here. Our opponent also mulligans, which is good. How far did you make it? That's pretty good. Ooh, our opponent mulligans to 5 here. Is nobody on? Or did you not ask? Ah. Our opponent's on 5 cards, so hopefully our hand's good enough here. Oh, Lord. Takes our opponent 5 minutes to play a mountain. Drawing second Shalai there is either great or terrible. There's generally not much in the middle. I'm going to syncopate this, and then we're going to slam our Resplendent Angel on turn 3, so still's pretty good for us. Really wish our opponent would learn what the 6 button does. Play Resplendent Angel, say go. We'd really like to just go untapped land here. Okay. Yep. We will block 1. We will attack Chandra for 3 and say go. We'd really like to hit another untapped land here. our opponent's deck here feels like it has a lot of weird synergies that I don't really understand. So, yep. Kills our Chandra. Either makes 2/1/1s or adds counters. Yep, makes 2/1/1s. We have backup Shalai here, which is pretty good. We actually have Raff Capashen, which I'm going to hold on to here because having Raff Capashen is insane. Torch of Defiance, we'd rather not have to deal with that than we would the Acolyte of Flame. Acolyte of Flame just kind of does things, so. Ooh, Faceless Haven. Yep, make some 1/1s. You got it, buddy. Yep, seems pretty good. Land? Land would be good here because we might not be able to gain life, but we still have a 5/5 first strike here. So, with flying that we can flash in. Opponent, just 6. It's not your turn. You're tapped out. Like, I feel like the people you play against are what make Moto miserable. Like, our opponent is already, our opponent is just under an extra 5 minutes used on their clock, and they're playing mono red aggro / mid range, so I really don't understand their position here. Like, it just makes no sense to me, so. Play that. Say go. That puts me to 10. Quickbringer does feel pretty good here. Another Quickbringer? Sure. Yep. Put us to 6. And then we have exactly 11, no matter how we need to draw it up here. So our opponent can't stomp us or anything like that. So yep. As long as he doesn't have some kind of pump spell for his giant here, we do get to slot out of this. Okay, so we do win. All right. Spell Pierce seems hella bad. cut some number of syncopates to have just extra things to put on the ground in front of our opponent's stuff here. Magma Spray doesn't feel like it'll do anything. This just, I don't know. This feels like a weird matchup here. This hand's really good. Removal, lands, curve here. It feels like the hand we want, so. It's like, plus our opponent doesn't do anything till the second turn of the game, which makes me feel better about this aggro deck we're playing against. Metallic Mimic. Okay. I don't know what our opponent's planning on doing here, but I'm just going to kill this now. I have no interest in syncopating whatever they do this turn, so. Now this turn I do have interest in syncopating whatever they do, because we have removal or syncopate here, which is good for us because if they slam a Chandra here, we need to be able to beat it, so. A Chandra, just like a big guy, like whatever we need to be beating here, yep. Syncopate out of that thing. Get that out of here. Thanks for playing. We'll be here all week. Play Aurelia. Say go. And then next turn we have Resplendent Angel and Lightning Strike if we need it, so Lightning Strike is good against that. Our curve has been pretty good here. Also, this is good because we're just getting to, like, this gets Vigilance. We're going to go ahead and shock this in because we have Lightning Strike at the ready if we need it. I mean, Lyra would be a really good draw right here. Sure. We're going to cast this here just because we want to be mana efficient. We're going to say go. We're going to hold up Raff Capashen here. It'd be nice if we could flash in Raff, then flash in History of Benalia, but we don't have enough lands for that, so. Yep, you get a Quake Bringer, bro. Flash in Raff Capashen. This is great because we get the Mentor here. So we're really just getting in for 8, which is awesome. And then we can flash in History of Benalia. if we need to as a blocker, or if not, it's just an extra threat on the ground. So feels pretty good here either way. We're gonna flash this in now because we won't have another chance to. So interested that he's killing Raff here over Aurelia. Must also have a way to deal with that. That or he's banking on the fact that he's going to find a way to deal with it in 7 cards. Which he did not. And he can't even play Lightning Axe if he has it in his hand because discarding is part of the cost and he doesn't have a card to discard. Yep. Alright, our opponent concedes. What does that make us? 2 and 2? And these leagues are taking forever. This is why we play Burn all the time, chat, because they're fast. We either win or we lose fast. Oh, Lord. I'm tired. Alright. We're on the draw here. Our opponent has no companion. We have lands and spells we're going to keep. As as a wise man once said, wherever you go. That's not how it goes. Whatever. I tried. Spectral Sailor. We're playing against Spirits. We're going to lose so bad. This is a terrible matchup. Like, we couldn't win if, like, our opponent got hit in the head. Like, it just can't be done. All right, we have Syncopate here to try and counter something, followed by Stasis Snare. And, yeah, we're going to pray to whatever god we pray to that we actually draw out of this somehow. So, yeah, I mean, we have to let Imperial Eagle resolve here. Like, it's, we can't even counter it. They get in for $1 billion. The only good thing that happens here is while they're tapped out, we get to Stasis Snare their thing. We have to take 2 life to do it, which is terrible. I don't really understand why they shocked. Maybe they're just not bad and they're playing around stuff. Yep, we're gonna shock here. Please spell pierce me. Do it. I mean, oh my god. Rattle chains? Alright, we're done here. Thanks for playing. It was a quick game, just like I said it would be. Alright. We want Settle the Wreckage. We want Magma Spray and Anger of the Gods. We want Baneslayer Angel. We do not want Syncopate. Knight of Grace equally seems terrible. Yep. Let's do it. I really like to be able to find the list that I played in Standard because I feel like I played 4 Teferis. And now that I'm looking back on that, I'm thinking, what was I doing? No lands, we're going to mulligan. This hand seems miserable, but we're going to keep it. We're going to put our basic planes back here. We're going to hope we draw a lightning strike off the top. And yeah, that's as far as I've gotten. So Mausoleum Wonder. Oh no. We're just going to go ahead and play that. We Stasis Snare or History Benalia next turn, which feels pretty good. Okay. We're going to run out our History Benalia. They have a Spell Pierce. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. That kept them from putting a threat on the board, so cool. And we have a flash threat here, so we're not going to play another Spell Queller. We're going to say go here. Hopefully they get a little bit aggressive and try to flash something in here. We're going to do this now. They can't Lofty Denial this. They can't Spell Pierce this. So we're just going to go for this now. And if they play a Lord, we're going to trade with the Rattle Chains. Yep. We'll take 3 here. We'll take 4 here. Lyra, please, land. Yep, I'm not going to pay for that. You can't counter this. Get wrecked. All right. It feels like there's some small semblance of hope here. I don't even know if that's a word that I just said, but we're going to go with it. Is semblance a word? There's no semblance of hope here. I've been corrected. Dag. Stab. Give me an untapped land so I can play my Lyra and win, please. Dag. Why are you doing this? It's so bad. We're going to force them to either Spell Pierce this or use their Mausoleum Wonder. Oh my god, they had a second Spell Pierce. This is terrible. Yep, take 7, go to 4. Draw an untapped land or lose. Holy shit, we have to go to 2 to do it, but we can do it. Lyra, technically, we go to 7, we take 6. We technically get to live here. I don't know what a removal spell looks like in their deck, but please don't have it. So they're debating here if shoving is worth it. Interesting. No counterspell? One time? One time? God, dude, you've had 3 counterspells? Seriously? Yeah, that's game. I just threw. I mean, to be fair, they had Lofty Denial. It wasn't going to matter whether it was our turn or their turn. The only difference was we were giving them 1 less of a draw step. Man! Jesus, opponent. Man, if you always draw like that, you're insane, bro. That's ridiculous. Alright, well, that league didn't go super great. It's kind of frustrating to finish that way because we had a really good start. We got a couple, we got some pretty bad luck there. We couldn't draw a 4th land in game 2, which was just backbreaking. And there, our opponent had double Spell Pierce and Lofty Denial in their first 14 cards, which is kind of backbreaking, but The deck suite, I don't really know what I'd change. I'd have to sit down and like really dig into Pioneer and see what I could find to change about the deck. But the deck's a lot of fun. I really like it. It's been a long week and I'm pretty tired, so that was our only league tonight. So we're gonna call it a night for streaming. Guys, if you came by and hang out this week, I really appreciate it. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun this week playing games and stuff. It's really been being sick the last week and a half, hanging out with you guys and doing stuff like this has like really kept me in the spirits of staying up and positive and stuff like that. So I really appreciate it. We're probably gonna stream one day this weekend, try to get a surprise stream in. I don't know, do something, but appreciate you guys hanging out, and I'll see you guys this weekend.